Alright, what's poppin' Pokemon X and my Wi-Fi battle fans? My name is Shiny Ninetales, and today I'm bringing you a second well, technically a third if you want to count the first video as two. I'm bringing you a second video of today. Now, this battle is very special and near and dear to my heart because I had it during a live stream of Jay Blader, who is an awesome guy. I'm really happy that I got to watch his stream, and I'm really happy that I got to battle him. Now, I'm going up against him and his friend Javier, and my partner is Soul Tiger 77. Now, as you can see his team, he's using a Jigglypuff and an Altaria. Not normally, commonly, normally of the normal used Pokemon. But hey, if it makes it work for you, then it makes it work for you. I'm never going to dog somebody else's battling style. So I'm going to press play. I'm going to refocus here in a second, so that way it stops the shaking. It must have worked last video, because I didn't see much shaking whenever I watched it. Focus. There we go. And they were issuing a challenge, and I send in my Ninetales to start off with, because, you know, Ninetales is awesome, fantastic. I wish I had a shiny one. I really, really want a shiny one. They sent out the Greninja twins. Now, this was pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. I love facing a shiny and a regular Greninja at once. He goes off for the Hydro Pump first turn against my Ninetales. Now, that's awesome and all, but Drought is up. I'm max special defense, max HP. It's not going to do a whole lot. He goes for the Mat Block. Now, look at this. Mat Block. That is awesome. I love Mat Block Greninja. That's what I run on mine, if you didn't know that. I go for a Solar Beam, predicting him to not switch out and not expect that, but because the Mat Block, neither one of our moves hit, so it was kind of pointless. So here he does withdraw his Greninja, but he withdraws this shiny one and sends in his Flygon. Now, Flygon, I love shiny Flygon, holy balls, it is gorgeous. And I avoid the Hydro Pump, and I almost cried whenever I first avoided the Hydro Pump, just because it is such a unique thing for me to have something good go my way, and I go for the Solar Beam and it doesn't hit. Now right here, my opponent goes for Sing, easily 69 times in a row, and I was getting a little frustrated, but you know what, I kept it to myself, I kept it down, and I stayed calm because he did help me out in the end. So he goes for the Hydro Pump and the Stone Edge, and my Ninetales does get knocked out, which, you know what, that's fine. I guess people are realizing that Ninetales is a thing and that they need to get rid of it quickly. Goes for a second Sing and he misses. Now, if he had hit these Sings, we would have won. Like, that's no-brainer. We would have won easily. I send in my Gyarados, who is freshly bred, because I did get smacked by a Moxie Gyarados. I wanted to do it. He misses the Stone Edge, and I go straight away for the Ice Fang, and watch this. Bam! One shot, a Flygon. That's awesome! I love Gyarados. I get the Moxie boost, which is awesome. And right here, I believe he goes for another Sing, and he misses again. So he sends in his Greninja for a second time. Now, right here, I'm like, okay, a +1 Earthquake can knock out both of them. Like, I have all the confidence in the world, and I'll be at +3. I didn't tell my teammate this. He just happened to switch into his Altaria, like, by luck. So I thought that was pretty cool. And he goes for the Hydro Pump on the Altaria, and he goes for the Mat Block. Now, my Earthquake isn't going to hit, so it was getting... This Mat Block stuff is starting to really get on my nerves, but hey, what are you going to do with it? Go for the Earthquake, doesn't hit anything, and right here the Sunlight fades. And I'm like, that's pretty good, because now I can go for a Waterfall on anything that comes in. He goes for the Struggle on my Gyarados, and now he knocks himself out, so I don't get the Moxie boost from that Greninja. I was so upset, because I could have been at +3. He goes for the Ice Beam on that Altaria, and Altaria does not take that very well at all. It gets knocked out cold. Bam! Altaria is a very good Pokemon if you can use it correctly, but if you're just using it in competitive and don't really know like how to properly use it, it's never going to work well at all. So he was an Ice type, but my +1 Earthquake still knocks it out. So that was really good for me. I get my Moxie boost again, so I'm at +2. He sends in his Kangaskhan, and I believe he sends in Lucario, yeah. And right here, I'm like, okay, cool. A +2 Earthquake can really do some damage. He sends back in his Jigglypuff, and I'm like, if you go for another Sing, so help me God, I will slit my wrists. I was pretty depressed about it. But he Mega Evolves his Lucario and his and then Mega Evolve the Kangaskhan. I'm gonna refocus again, guys, just so that way I can try to prevent all of the shaking. So if you're gonna see it get blurry, sorry about that. I'm trying really hard to make it so it doesn't shake. He goes for the Aura Sphere on that Jigglypuff, and it knocks it out. That is awesome, because I'm really getting annoyed with this Jigglypuff. I go for the Earthquake, and watch how much damage this does. Look at this. It knocks out the Lucario and does over half to the Kangaskhan. That's fantastic. So I'm at +3 right now. I would be at +4 if that Greninja didn't use a struggle, but hey, I'm not going to complain. I'm at +3. Goes for Power Up Punch, and that's not going to do a whole lot except make him +2 attack. So it's whatever. Now, right here, I know for a fact that I'm going to die to his next Pokemon because it's Garchomp. Like, it's fucking Garchomp. He's going to use either a Rock Slide or a Stone Edge. Now, if he uses a Rock Slide, I'll be pretty upset because that is my favorite move. But he Mega Evolves a Blaziken, so right now we have 2 banned Pokemon on the field, that's awesome. I love battling with banned Pokemon. I think it's more fun and it adds a little bit more of a challenge. Goes for Stone Edge, and it actually hits for once. It's not called Stone Miss. So whatever, I can't complain. This was a fantastic battle. I want to thank all 3 of the people in that battle, because it was so much fun. The Mega Blaziken gets taken out in 1 hit. And I send in my Infernape, and I'm like, I lose. There's no point in me trying to win. But I didn't want to be knocked out the first turn. So I go for a Mach Punch on the Kangaskhan, get the crit. I don't really think it mattered. And I knock out the Kangaskhan, and he goes for the Stone Edge. And surprisingly, I live it. That is fantastic. I go for the Mach Punch, hoping I can knock it out, but I know I can't because it's a Garchomp. It's a Garchomp. Because we mixed Garfield and Garchomp together. That's awesome, guys. No, it's a Garchomp, and he used Earthquake and knocked me out, and we lost 1-0. But it was still a great battle, and I had a lot of fun with it. Especially looking at the team, you can just see that we were the underdogs in that battle. But I want to thank all 3 of you guys for having that awesome battle with me, and I want to thank you, Jerome, for putting on an awesome stream. I really enjoyed it. And make sure that whenever you have the tournaments, you let me know. And make sure to leave a like, a comment, and a sub down below. And I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic day.